Hi, this is Lindsay Allison from GS Mahar and Emerson Rose Events, bringing Trump's strategies for real estate to Toronto on June 20th at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. I'm sitting here with Todor Yordanov, who's a real estate agent and investor in Toronto. Hi, Todor. So happy to be here with you today.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being with us.
Fantastic, yes.
And we just wanted to ask you about the Real Estate Investments Club and how long you've been running that group in Toronto.
Well, it's actually, we're celebrating 3 years. I think we reached 3 years about a month ago, so we're in that stage right now. And we've always met here downtown Toronto. And it's been a fantastic experience. We have over 1,300 members now, and the first meeting we held 3 years ago, we only had 5 people in the room.
Wow.
So it's been growing quite steadily, and it's been gaining popularity, and we've been helping a lot of people.
That's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about who comes to your group and what they learn?
A wide range of people come to the event, but I would say mostly it's beginner investors, people that are reading a lot of books, watching some YouTube videos, talking to a lot of people, and basically going to different clubs and trying to learn about real estate and what it takes for someone to buy more than one property and get into investing in real estate. We also have a lot of experienced investors. People have 5, 6, 10 properties, some of them multifamily properties. So it's really a mixture between professionals that work in the real estate industry, experienced investors, and brand new investors.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the day in the life of Todor? You know, is every day sort of the same, or like a 9 to 5, or is, everything sort of spontaneous?
Everything is spontaneous, yes. I do try to stick to a schedule, but being a real estate agent, I wake up every day like I'm sure most real estate agents, and it's like, who am I going to serve today? What am I going to do today so I can bring my experience and my value to somebody else who is actively looking at the moment to either buy a real estate property or sell a real estate property, or just need some coaching or just needs advice. So trying to connect with anybody who would be needing my services this day, this week is what I do. And I absolutely love it because I honestly don't know what tomorrow is going to bring and who is going to be on the phone tomorrow calling me and what that phone call is going to take me. Yeah.
What gets your butt up in the morning, so to speak? Just a regular alarm clock, or do you wake up on your own?
I pretty much wake up on my own, yeah. Yeah, I've always been like that, yeah. Yes, I can't sleep in too long.
Yeah. And being an entrepreneur, would you call yourself an entrepreneur?
I suppose, yes. Yes, absolutely, I do. Because like I said, I don't know what my next day is going to look like and where life is going to take me. It's not a job that somebody else tells you what to do. You really have to make those decisions for yourself, and the directions and the decisions that you make every single day affects the outcome at the end of the week, which is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Has there been any? What's your biggest challenge? Doing what you do. What would you say would be your biggest challenge?
Oh, difficult question. My biggest challenge. You know what? To be honest with you, my biggest challenge has always been making phone calls.
Yeah.
I've had to work on this, and I'm still working through this. Just picking up the phone and making a phone call to somebody that I know from my database. That's always it has not come natural to me. Whether because I told things to myself, my inner voice, speaking to us all the time, or my experiences with other people calling me. But that is probably a challenge that I have to work on overcoming on a constant basis.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
Very simple to a lot of people, but to me, and I suppose to other people as well.
Yeah, a lot of people have that challenge as well. What would you say would be a tip to our audience, sort of to get yourself over that hump?
I don't have a tip, but I have my own personal experience. Every time I resist making that phone call, there is a lesson for me. And usually it's very, very positive experience. I resist making a phone call and I make that phone call, and there is either an introduction or there's business opportunity, or I just basically help someone with advice. Or somebody else helps me with advice. So there's always a benefit when you connect with another human being and you have this conversation around, what is important to them in their life at this moment and what is important to you, and how you can do something together or how you can help each other in this moment. So it's uplifting to me because I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I resisted making that phone call, and look at me 5 minutes later, my life is so much better, or somebody else's life is so much better because we had this phone conversation.
Yeah. That's amazing. Would you say that you had any naysayers in your life?
Yes, but
How would you say you would dealt with naysayers?
ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
Really, I mean, I have to sit here and think about the naysayers and what they said and what happened, and it's really not worth our time. I think ignore them is the best that we can do. And you have to also remember that a lot of people, when they have this, it's not necessarily a negative advice, but an advice is like, don't do something because this is going to happen to you. A lot of that good advice comes from friends, family members, and they mean well. But their advice is not a good advice, nevertheless, right? So.
But they're coming from a place of love, place of help.
They come from a place of love, and they want to help you, and genuinely they want to give you a good advice. But we're not always equipped to give advice on a wide variety of subjects, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think our guests, our audience, wanted to know what would be the most fun moment that you remember from the Real Estate Investments Club. What's that one moment that really stuck out in your mind where you said, I'm doing this. This is really happening, and I'm really helping or touching somebody's life?
Oh my God. A very difficult question, number 2. One of the fun moments was last year when we had a boat cruise. So I basically organized, instead of a regular meeting in July, or I think it was in August, I decided let's do something fun, and we're going to get on a boat cruise. So we rented a big boat, and we went for a night on Lake Ontario, and with the skyline of Toronto in the background, and we were having drinks and just interacting socially, and we had a really, really good time and good memories. It was perfect for everybody. It was very, very happy moment. But other than that, is honestly, it is lonely sometimes doing what I do, because I don't realize the impact that this club has on people. It is natural for people not to it is natural for people not to really go into emotions. And sometimes, and I've heard this many times, is they'll come back 6 months or a year later and say, because of this club, I'm in a much better place right now. I bought a number of properties, or I refinanced my properties, whatever the situation is. But they come back and tell me that because of the club, they're in a better place. And I'm like, wow, it's really making a difference. But I can't take all of the credit because it's a collaboration. All of the club members, they come and we meet and we network and we talk about issues and we find solutions. And it's basically sharing of energy and sharing of experiences and knowledge and encouragement and help. And it's driving everybody forward. So this is not, I can't take all the credit for that.
But I think it's absolutely wonderful what you do. Where can others find your group, and where can they connect with you?
If you go to meetup.com and you're in the Toronto area and you look for Real Estate Investments Club, the club is going to pop up on meetup.com.
Okay, great. And how about for your own brand, Todor Yordanov? Where can people find where they can work with you?
My website is yordanovteam.com, and it spells YORDANOV team, TEAM.com. That's my websites for the real estate agent business. And I do work with a lot of investors, but I also work with home buyers and first-time buyers and people that are buying condos, houses, anything real estate.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with our audience about anything that you do or about the group?
Oh, absolutely, yes. So when I met you guys for the first time, I got so excited because I've been watching The Apprentice. In the past few years, I'm a fan. And I knew of George Ross, so when you mentioned that he's coming to town and you guys are involved and it's real estate related, I'm like, I gotta get behind this. Like, I'm so excited for you doing this, and absolutely everybody should look into your website and try to make it to that one day. And in my experience, even though I've been investing for 18, 19 years, every time I meet someone, I always learn something. Even tonight, we're going to have a meeting here, and there are going to be 50, 60 people, some of them brand new, and I'll be talking to them, and I'm always learning something. So the same thing for you, Yvette. Come out. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. I can promise everyone that there's that one gold nugget that is available to all of us, and we just have to look for it, and you can always find it everywhere.
Well, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate it, and we're really happy to have you there as a guest at the VIP dinner as well.
For sure, yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being with us here today. And this is Todor Yordanov, and don't forget to plug into the website and visit GeorgeRossLive2015.com to get your tickets on June 20th. Thanks, and see you later.